Guys, they said there is serious tension in the palace over this same issue of immunity removal. They said this case is not a small case. So, in as much as the way bloggers are talking about it, it is looking like it's a childish thing. They said it's a serious case, serious one, and the people that are involved, as in, I don't think there is any kind of group in the kingdom that have not been involved in this case, because at first some elders who are supporting these women, they thought that by reporting Kabiyesi to different groups, there will be some group that they will be able to buy over, that will help to stop the immunity removal from these women. But unfortunately, some of the groups sef that they reported Kabiyesi to end up hyping the whole matter, because after finding out some of the things that these women have done that Kabiyesi did not even tell them, they were so eager to, as a matter of fact, they supported, some of them sef have insisted that this immunity removal, that some of these women do not deserve it, and for that reason that it should be removed with immediate effect. But the elders who reported the case to them might be thinking that by so doing, they'll be able to save the women. But unfortunately, it turned out against them. So there is this other group, they said the Egbe Olokun Ile Ife. This Egbe Olokun Ile Ife, from the research we made, is a kind of spiritual group. Is a group that is more concerned with the spiritual aspects of the land, as a spiritual aspect of the people, and you know that most of the things that these people have been accused of doing, I mean the women, is spiritual matters, using spiritual means to see if they will manipulate situation or change things in their favor in the palace, you know. So because these people also deals with spiritual, they go spiritually, let me put it that way. Mostly this Egbe Olokun, they said they are mostly deals with spiritual aspect of human being. After finding out spiritually, after some spiritual investigation, they find out that these women too, as a matter of fact, they are the ones that are insisting that Kabiyesi should do that without wasting time. And according to them, they said they are not saying it because they don't like the women. No, they don't have any personal business with the women to say, okay, you offended me on one of our business encounter or something. No, they don't. But like I said, their mission is to ensure that spiritually the people are clean, so that when they talk to their gods, the gods will answer, or so that they will not commit something that will make the gods to be angry with the people, including the innocent ones. So that is why they have insisted that Kabiyesi should remove the immunity without wasting time. One of the reasons is to cleanse the land, so that other people will learn from them, and to maintain peace and serenity in the spiritual realm. Because we all know that if these people did not do what they are supposed to do, when the gods will be angry over what have been committed in the land, questions will be going, like, as the people will be asking, what then is their duty? So are they not aware of things like this? What did they do to make sure that the anger of the gods did not befall the people? So they said Kabiyesi should do it without wasting time. While Kabiyesi, on the other hand, is still waiting for every other group to say their opinion on this, because he doesn't want to do it in a way that tomorrow they will say, because he's a king, or they will term it that, because of Queen Naomi, because you know that is how a lot of people will see it. They will say, it's because of Queen Naomi that made Kabiyesi to remove immunity from 3 of his wives, maybe because Queen Naomi told him to do that. But with all the evidences coming out every now and then, anybody who wants to say that or who says that in the future just want to say it. Because with all the evidences that these people are providing, I mean, most of these groups, the council, the elders, and all of that, with the evidences they are providing, it is now clear that Kabiyesi is doing this based on what these women have committed. And it is clear to everyone. As a matter of fact, they said during the course of investigation that some groups find out some of the things that the women did that Kabiyesi did not even know of. You can imagine that. And these people are the same group of people who said, Kabiyesi, you cannot remove immunity from these women without tangible reasons. Kabiyesi gave his own reasons and the few evidence that he has. And they insisted that more evidence must be made available. That was when Kabiyesi gave all of them, including his own personal investigators, opportunity to go and investigate the women. Because you know they cannot do it without Kabiyesi's consent, because as long as that immunity is still with the women, they are Kabiyesi's wives. It is left for him to give authority to anybody or any group to investigate his wives. And that is what they said he did, that gave them the authority to be coming up with different evidences that Kabiyesi did not even know of. So this particular group they call the Egbe Olokun, they said they have called the women, letting them know that they have done a lot of abominable things that is against their land and their culture. And if nothing is done about it, it is going to affect them, if not now, in the future. So Kabiyesi will have to remove the immunity. Kabiyesi is not removing the immunity because Kabiyesi did not like them. Or they are not also encouraging Kabiyesi to do that because they don't like them, but because their culture and tradition must be preserved, so that they should try and understand. These women, they don't want any form of reprimanding. All they want is, Kabiyesi, forgive us. Let's continue from where we stopped. Yes, now, that is the only language they understand. So they said there was serious tension when this group concluded that Kabiyesi must do what he needs to do without wasting time to avoid the anger of the gods befalling them and the innocent people of the land. So that is what we are hearing if this information is true. I will always remind you that whenever you are here, these are all alleged unverified information making rounds on social media and shouldn't be seen as fact unless you verify them, okay? Always bear that in mind. Thanks for watching. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Do well to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and always give my video a thumbs up. If you're watching me from Facebook, do well to follow my page and share this video. I also want to appreciate you for always being here. Thank you so much. Bye for now.